am not a therapist, I'm a medical drive. I had a big swivel chair in my room, and one day, it occurred to me that all I needed was my beloved old cat, to look like Blofeld. Around the same time, I started doing a lot of work with people who are deaf. The clinic room window was behind my chair and the patients could not lip read me easily with the sunlight behind me. I therefore started offering my chair and swapped sides of the desk with the patient. Every patient looked incredibly nervous when I did this, as if they were trespassing on hallowed ground, as if only my bottom had the divine right to a padded seat that swiveled. It really hit me how much the room set the stage for the dynamic and how wrong this was. When I took my place in the other patient chair, I suddenly felt extremely tiny and I did not like it one bit. I thought about getting similarly padded swivel chairs for patients, but after a few attempts at the swap it swiftly rammed home to me that it is not wise to let patients who are unsteady on their feet suddenly sink down or attempt to get up from a moving chair. I tried to use a static chair myself, but I felt really inhibited. My clinics normally run for 5 to 6 hours solid without any break, and I hadn't realized how much relief I got from the ability to move my chair around and keep moving. Anyway, I now have a small swivel chair for me and a variety of static chairs for a patient, should they need to sit with their back to the sun, and we mix it up. But I've also conducted many interviews without chairs. One lady earlier this year refused to get up off the floor, so I did the interview sitting on the floor myself, which was actually quite fun. We seemed to hit it off eventually. I also had one man who was so anxious, he couldn't sit still, so I did 3 laps of the hospital with him, whilst getting his history. He walked so fast it was like a workout. I also did one lying on my tummy with the patient refusing to come out from under the bed, which again went surprisingly well and ended happily. I quite like the variety, to be honest, and am not remotely precious about my chair.